In today's modern world, unfortunately, mass shootings and school shootings have become reality. It's led to many unfortunate tragedies, which have led to the deaths and injuries of probably hundreds of people by now. Obviously, out of these tragedies have come numerous debates about gun control, gun restrictions, and the role of guns in our society. When it comes to school shootings, though, there is one debate that has come up, and that debate revolves around the issue of whether or not teachers should be required to carry guns in schools in order to keep students safer from possible school shootings. My name is Matthew West. My major is in elementary education. I hope to one day be a high school history teacher. And today I'd like to talk to you about why teachers should not be required to carry firearms in schools. First of all, we'll talk about what the role of teachers is in a school. Obviously, if we can just get to the basic definition or the basic explanation of what a teacher is. Teachers are in schools to instill knowledge into students, teach them important pieces of content that the government and state governments have deemed important for students to have, whether it be to progress to the next grade, to progress to higher education, or skills that they need in their professional careers later in life. And also to be good role models to students and to teach them how to be good citizens and what it takes to be a good citizen. To me, that is what a teacher's responsibility or a teacher's role is in a school. I do not believe that a teacher's I do not believe that one of the roles of a teacher is to use deadly force in case of an emergency. I don't think that is a fair responsibility to thrust onto teachers. Is one of the responsibilities of teachers to keep students safe in an emergency? Absolutely it is, by following important protocols, important procedures, and things like that. However, I do not think it is wise or really fair to throw the responsibility of carrying a firearm and having to make a choice to use deadly force in case of an emergency. Another point I have is having more guns in schools doesn't make the school necessarily safer. Unlike in the event that a teacher may have issues, could use the gun to harm students or other teachers. Another possibility is a student could possibly overpower a teacher or get a gun from a teacher and harm fellow students and teachers as well. Also, I believe that having armed security guards and police officers in school is a more appropriate alternative to having teachers carry weapons in school. Most schools now do have at least one armed security guard or armed police officer in the school. They are there to carry out that responsibility if needed, to use deadly force if there is an active shooter within the school. Also, they're trained how to properly use a firearm. To sum up my speech, I do not believe teachers should be required to carry firearms in school. Number one, I think it is an unfair role and responsibility that should not be put on teachers. I believe that it also makes the school environment possibly more unsafe instead of more safe. And I don't think it is an appropriate position they should have. I think that armed security guards, armed police officers are much more appropriate to have in case the act of using deadly force needs to be carried out in order to keep students and teachers safe. Thank you very much.